So now I'd love if you could expand on what you said, because I'd love for you to explain what that actually means. Like, it's great to have emotions. It's great to be vulnerable. But what does that look like in practice? Does it mean on the first date you say, I'm in love with you, I want to marry you? Does it say, I want to have sex? Like, what does that actually look like in terms of providing that information to women so that it doesn't overwhelm them and turn them off, but it still gives them that like little taste to know that this guy isn't a jerk. He's not going to sleep with me and leave. Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, I think there's a delicate balance, and I think there is definitely a time and a place for everything. I don't think on the first date you should state all of your intentions. Like, I want to have sex with you, I want to date you. Like, there's an easing in process, I think, for the first part of the relationship. But there comes a point to where you do have to be very clear. And I think most women would say that they are very attracted to a man who is passionate about something, who is very direct with a plan. So like, hey, this is what I want to do in 5 years, 10 years. This is what I want to do next week for our date. Like, not having a plan, I think women are just kind of, oh, like what are we going to do? What's the plan? Where are we going? Like, I need to get on the bus with you, but I need to know where the bus is going.
Well, where's it going? How many stops do we have?
Exactly. But yet at the same time, the plan isn't fully predictable. Life's still going to be exciting. It's like, yes, there's structure.
Spontaneity.
Right.
Structure with a little bit of spontaneity,
yeah.
I think is, one of the best recipes. But yeah, I think that, once you start to kind of understand the difference between secure and insecure attachment and, trauma response and all that kind of stuff and how they kind of mesh together, I think that both men and women need clear intentions. They need that at a certain point, but maybe not on the first or second date. So
right.
I'm not a relationship expert, but the work that I've done in couples therapy, what my wife needs is what is very, very similar to what a lot of women need. And that is just clear communication, actually expressing emotion as it's arising without losing your cool. And, when I wasn't doing that, it made Hannah feel like she was crazy, like there was something wrong with her because I was not reciprocating that in any way, or I wasn't acknowledging that in any way.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Does that feel better to you now to express these emotions? Okay, because when I hear things like that, like even like I'm going through perimenopause right now, right? So, which is from 35 to 50, by the way. It's not for really old women, but okay. But there's all of these ads that are popping up on my Instagram now saying like, hey, my wife's like a raging bitch and she throws things at me, but she's just going through perimenopause. And there's all this understanding there where I'm like, no, she's like trying to assault you. Yes, she's going through perimenopause, but she's got to deal with it. So like what you were just saying there, she needs this, she wants this, just like other women. I wanted to understand if that was like, ugh, I have to do this now for her and it's a pain, or if it actually felt better to you when you did these things.
It actually feels better to me. And I can't speak for all men, but I grew up in a household of, I was one of three brothers. My dad is very, very stoic in that you never know where he stands. His face is just like complete still face. And if you just Google or on YouTube, look at still face experiment, there's a really interesting video on there of a baby looking at a mother, and the mother is very expressive at the beginning of the video. And then she starts to completely take all emotion away from her face, and the baby is kind of reacting like, oh, I can't really look at
what's going on?
Then she eventually starts bawling, crying. And it's such a good illustration of how important our emotions are in terms of how our face looks.